Let's return to our top story. The department store Debenhams has confirmed it is going into liquidation with around 12,000 jobs at risk. Stores will stay open for now in an attempt to clear stock. We're joined by the commerce and retail expert Martin Newman. Good to have you on the programme today. Why do you think this has happened now?
Well, I think the particular Debenhams issue is very much linked to what's going on with Arcadia, and unfortunately, Arcadia have a number of concessions in Debenhams. It was reported that JD Sports were interested in acquiring Debenhams, and I think because of the Arcadia administration, that's obviously called into question the viability of buying Debenhams as a business now for JD, and ultimately that's what's going to lead to, unfortunately, I think, their demise.
But having said that, the concessions in the stores only account for something like 5% of Debenhams' product. So is it a bit of a red herring that they are saying this? It's certainly not a fundamental part of what Debenhams does.
Sure. Well, I would like to believe it was a little bit more than that, but you might be right. And I think there's obviously been an amount of shareholder dissent with regards to GD acquiring Debenhams. It affected their share price over a number of days, and it may well be that they've taken stock and decided that it's not the right strategy to pursue.
How great a loss is this to the high street?
It's catastrophic, Jane. I mean, you're talking about two of the largest retailers in the UK potentially going to the wall. 25,000 jobs. So our first thoughts have to go out to all those people who could be losing their jobs at the worst possible time of year. Of course, there's never any good time for that to happen. My hope is that there might still be a rescue for Debenhams, and that there would be a rescue for Arcadia and a number of the brands, which I think are potentially still have lots of potential. So hopefully somebody will pick up the business and continue it as a going concern. But whether that will be in the same shape or form that it is at the moment, I'm not so sure.
You mentioned jobs there, and I suppose a lot of people will look at this and say, oh, well, they're just jobs in shops. The people who work there can get jobs somewhere else. But from my knowledge and experience, a lot of the people in these big department stores are in them for life. They're career jobs. They start off on the shop floor and they work their way up into management within these stores. This is going to be fundamentally life-changing for a great number of people.
You're absolutely right. There will be a whole bunch of people that will have spent their entire careers there so far, and there's no doubt that they're going to be deeply concerned about what the future holds for them. And obviously, the pandemic has had a catastrophic impact on retail, and it's hard to see where those opportunities might be for them should they lose their jobs in either Debenhams or any of the Arcadia Group brands.
Do you think it's going to lead to anything changing in rents for large commercial properties on the high street? Do you think we're going to see them coming down?
Do you hope so? Well, I think what a number of retailers are doing at the moment when they're going through their CVAs is they're renegotiating their rents, and they're tying them directly to the performance of the store, which I do think is a much fairer way of doing it. But of course, you've also got business rates, which will come back into play next year. And bearing in mind there's been a business rate holiday as well, so that's something else that retailers are going to have to face into next year.
Okay, Martin, we're both going to go off now, I'm sure, and check what proportion of Debenhams' profits have come from their concessions. Thanks so much. Good to talk to you.
Thank you. Thanks.